Good morning, gang. Happy Monday morning. Okay, let's get this thing started again. So, under the cover of darkness, otherwise known as the weekend in Washington, uh, the Senate released its 370-page immigration bill yesterday. Okay? Again, it's going to be another Nancy Pelosi, you got to pass it to find out what's in it kind of crap. Unless you actually go through and read some of it and figure out what's going on. Now, I want to give you what's in there, okay? Because this is going to be, or should be, a determining factor and should be shouted from the rooftops to anybody and everybody who plans on voting this November, okay? Y'all know I'm putting together this whole spreadsheet on what idiots vote for certain things, right? This one will be on there, at least for the Senate, because according to Mike Johnson, this one's dead on arrival in the House. It will not get a vote. Even Steve Scalise said it will not get a vote. Now, mind you this, the big key to it is how much spending we're going to do, right? I'm going to get into that, where the money's supposed to go. Our money, okay? But remember, they want to allow 5,000 illegal immigrants a day to come into the country, okay? Do the math, that's 1.8 million a year, okay? That's insane. And it also immediately gives work visas to anybody claiming asylum, so they can immediately go to work. That will open the door to everybody. That's an invitation written in gold script saying, want to work to the United States? Come here, just say the word asylum and you can go get a job. Okay? No, that's a problem. We have inflation going up. We have unemployment going up. We don't need more people to compete with the same amount of goods, which will drive inflation up. And we don't need illegals taking jobs that American citizens need. Okay? This is our problem. I want to give you what's in the immigration bill. Okay? This will floor you. Okay? $60 billion to support Ukraine as it fights back against Putin's bloody invasion and protects its people and sovereignty. 60 billion more. 14.1 billion for security assistance to Israel. 2.44 billion to support operations of CENTCOM in the Red Sea. 10 billion in humanitarian assistance to provide food, water, shelter, medical care, and other essential services to Gaza and the West Bank. Okay. 4.8 billion to support key partners in the Indo-Pacific and deter aggression by the Chinese government, in other words, Taiwan. Okay. 2.3 billion for continued support for Ukrainians who've been displaced by this war. So now we're going to start sending Ukrainians who are living in Lithuania money. Okay. 400 million for a security grant program to help nonprofits and places of worship make security enhancements. Really? When did the government have to start paying for security for churches and mosques? Because if they're doing it, they sure are doing a really good job. Okay? I mean, every week you can pick up stories on swastikas painted on synagogues or paint being thrown on churches and stuff like that. Stained glass windows being broken out of cathedrals. Okay. And then, of course, by the end, 20 billion to address existing operational needs and expand capabilities for our nation's borders. Okay. So you look at this, and that's what, 75, 78, 88, 93. Just what I went over, about $95 billion to protect other people's borders and $20 billion to protect ours. No, we're not protecting our border. We're opening it wide open, saying, come on in, and now we're going to make it even easier for you to get here. They are putting through this bullshit in Washington and think the people are stupid. Now, at least half the population is. They voted for this clown. But at this point, what do? We need companies to, and unfortunately, this is the problem because so many companies are liberal run, is to say, sorry, no, unless you're a U.S. citizen, we aren't hiring you. Which, in my opinion, means no illegals, no H-1Bs, no nothing. Okay, America first, Americans first. This is the battle because where are these people going to go get jobs? There are only so many strawberries that can be picked. There are only so many jobs in a chicken processing plant. 1.8 million people a year are going to need a whole lot more than produce picking and dirty jobs. So what are they going to do? Oh, I don't know. What's next? The government's going to say, hey, you know what? Here's a grant so you can go open your own 7-Eleven. Or, we need another smoke shop. Anything. So now, are we going to have to subsidize the illegals so they can start a business so they can work? Why bother doing that? Let's just take the work out. Why don't we just subsidize them, period? We'll just give you a universal basic income check every month, and you can just live here. Who pays for this? You and me, okay? Through our hard work, through our taxes that keep going up, okay? People bitch about property taxes all the time, okay? I get it. What are we going to have? Your property taxes will go up. Why? More people means you need more schools, means you need more police, means the roads get used more, so therefore they need to be repaired more, etc., etc., etc. Look, open up a website every day. Oh, this illegal was just convicted of murder. This guy has been deported 4 times and he was, raping children. This one broke into a store, yada yada. And I'm not saying by any means that all of them are criminals, but you don't know which one is when they come across the border. And desperate people will do desperate things. We've talked about that in the prepping community for ages. When the balloon goes up, people will kill for an apple, okay? When you're hungry, when your kids are hungry, you're going to do anything you can to feed them. It doesn't have to be Armageddon for that to happen. You just happen to be, can't find a job, don't have anywhere to live, and my kids are hungry. Well, we need a place to sleep tonight. Good, let's go steal this car. Well, we need some food. Good, let's go bust out the window of that convenience store. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Desperate times make people desperate. They will do things they normally wouldn't do. That is what this bill is enticing these people to do. We don't have all these jobs that they claim we do. If Biden says, oh, we have 7 million jobs that are unfilled in the United States. Okay. At what skill level? Are those jobs all strawberry pickers? No. Are they all cab drivers? No. Okay. How many of them are medical professionals? I don't know. Pretty much everywhere you turn around these days, you see hospitals and clinics closing because there aren't enough people. We've had a nursing shortage in this country for decades? Okay. I don't think you have a whole lot of nurses coming across the southern border saying, I'm going to try to get in there illegally, right? Okay. Pretty much I can bet that any medical professional walks into an embassy somewhere and says, I'd like to emigrate to the United States, and they go, we'll take you right now, okay? Because That's a true shortage we have. We don't have a shortage in this country of poor, uneducated, unskilled people. We got plenty of those. We don't need more. Okay. This is the issue. Like, again, I'll bring this up to the comment that the one person in Denver said, we didn't come here to work. We came here for the free money. Okay. This is what one of the illegals said when they were interviewed. But when we're funding money still to Ukraine, to Taiwan, to Israel, I mean, don't you like how we're playing both sides of the fence? We're going to give money to Israel for their security, but we're going to give food to the Palestinians. Really, Joe? Genocide Joe? This guy? Okay. This is the crap. Senator Lankford needs to be voted out, Oklahoma. Senator Sinema, she'll probably be gone anyway. Okay. And I forget who the third senator was that wrote this bill. No, I want to say the guy's from Connecticut. Wasn't Blumenthal. But this, watch this one, guys, because if somehow this passes, if it even goes to vote in the House, Mike Johnson needs to be booted immediately. Okay, first off, and then if it gets through, because the Democrats, as normal, will walk in lockstep as they always do. They don't have an independent thought amongst themselves. Democrat just does whatever their dear leader says to do. They're like, the good little comrade, and says, okay, that's what we'll do. They don't represent their constituents. They represent Hakeem Jeffries, in this point, Nancy Pelosi, before whatever that one person says, everybody else is okay, I'll do it. It only takes 9 Republicans to pass this. If it gets to vote, Johnson needs to go. If this passes, there's every single one of those Republicans, and I don't even need to give you a reason why every single Democrat needs to be voted out. If people want to see this country disappear, keep allowing Democrat decisions to be made in Washington. You hear constantly, oh, the right wing is a danger to our democracy. Yup, we're a danger to your democracy. We live in a constitutional republic. We don't believe in mob rule. You do. You're going down. And we're going to do it. Pinball out.